Welcome back, I'm Weavile, and in this video I'll be attempting to beat a minimal captures Nuzlocke run of Pokémon Platinum. Now this is a concept that I came up with myself, and the rules are: if a Pokémon faints, it dies and can no longer be used. I'm only allowed to catch one Pokémon per gym badge. I am allowed to use healing items in battle, and I'm not allowed to overlevel the next gym battle. So now that you know the rules, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna start off by naming myself Weavile. And I didn't mention it in the rules before, but I will be naming all of my encounters as well. It won't be following any special theme though, I'll just be naming all the Pokémon after the first thing that comes to my mind. So now we'll begin by picking our starter Pokémon. This starter we will be replacing as soon as possible. I know it doesn't say anywhere in the rules that I'm not allowed to use any of the real starter Pokémon, but that's just the way I prefer to play it. And because I forgot to mention it before, I'm allowed to pick up my encounters wherever I want, but once I pick a spot, it's the first encounter that pops up in that grass, or cave. Let's get into our first battle with Barry. Now as I explained before, we will be replacing our starter Pokémon as soon as possible, so this battle doesn't really matter. But I still decided to include it because, something that doesn't usually happen, happened in this fight. So yeah, we're just gonna continuously spam Scratch as Piplup starts to growl and pound, and we're gonna get Piplup down real low. And we're almost there. We're almost out of the first fight. Can we win? Please, Chimchar, do it! Let's not talk about it. Let's instead focus on who our starter Pokemon is gonna be, and it's Psyduck. That's actually great. That's gonna be fantastic against the first gym leader. Now Psyduck was the encounter that I was going for, as of course, we're only allowed to have one Pokémon at this stage, so it's gonna have to single-handedly take out Berg's gym alone. And with all the encounters that are available to me right now at this point, I felt Psyduck would be the best suited. We're gonna name our little Psyduck Ducky. Very creative, I know. And now we're gonna battle Barry for the second time, but first time with our real starter. And at this point of the game, having only one Pokémon isn't really much of a problem. Now, I obviously don't have anything great against Barry's Piplup, but yeah, I think we'll manage. So yeah, we'll take down Starly real easy, and now we get ready for the Piplup. And this time, I'm not gonna let this Piplup take out my starter, as this time it actually matters, and I am not restarting the run this early. Yeah, I'm using a couple of tail lips, but yeah, I'll realized quite early that that is not gonna help me at all, since Piplup is just spamming Growl. So I'm just gonna start spamming Scratch myself, just like I did with Chimchar, but this time, we're not gonna fail. And just like that, Piplup is down, and we finally beat Barry. I have a quick talk with Berg, tell him to get his ass back to the gym and do his job. With only one Pokemon by our side, there isn't really much else for us to do but to take on Rourke. And he'll start out by sending out his Geodude, something that Ducky should be able to handle quite easily. And she does. Onix is next, but having the same 4x weakness like Geodude, it goes down as well. And now it's time for Rourke's ace, his Cranidos. Now this one is a little scary, it can do a lot of damage, but Ducky manages this fine. As we beat the first gym leader, Rourke. And now, it's time to take on some galactic grunts standing in our way. Now this battle shouldn't be much problem, but I have yet to pick up my second encounter, and in a double battle, you never know if you're gonna get double teamed, and yeah, that could end badly. But as you'll see in this fight, we take them out smoothly. Just this Stunky being a little annoying. But yeah, as we take these galactic grunts out, we'll get ready to pick up our next encounter. And it's a Zubat. Perfect. Now Zubat here is a great encounter, and Crobat is a really solid Pokemon, and especially since the next up-and-coming gym is Gardenia's Grass Gym, a flying type is very much appreciated. I'm also very lucky with this encounter, because I could have very well ended up getting a Geodude as an encounter, which would have been awful, and I'm pretty sure I would have wiped to Gardenia immediately with a team of Geodude and Psyduck. And we are going to name this Zubat Echo, spelling it E-K-K-O, for any arcane or maybe League fans out there. And now we are back to taking on some galactic grunts. This should be easy battles as well. So yeah, first one down, and now on to the next one. Now these galactic grunts isn't really ever gonna give me any trouble, but as anyone who's ever played through this game before knows, it's the galactic admins who are the scary ones. And we've got one coming up real soon. And that battle is certainly one I'm dreading. Mars's Paragli is, well, scary to say the least, especially since I just got these small little weak animals right now. Yeah, that is both of the grunts taken care of, and now let's head into the Mars battle. Now Mars is gonna start off by sending out Zubat, as I have Ducky. Ducky did learn Confusion before, which is perfect for taking out Zubat. Ducky is also holding a Pecha Berry, just in case Zubat decided to Toxic me. And now it's the big scary Paragli. I am gonna try my best to take it out without losing any of my Pokemon, as losing an encounter right now would be awful. Yes, I am well aware I am playing it very risky right now, but yeah, I don't really have much of a choice at this point. But I do just barely manage to take it out as we defeat Mars and head into Eterna Forest. Now we're mostly gonna skip this whole part. There isn't really much happening here. But we are gonna get the Soothe Bell from Cheryl, which is gonna be great for Zubat, as it evolves later by Happiness, of course. And now we're gonna head immediately into the second gym. Now, this random gym trainer is the only battle you're gonna get to see in this gym, as my recording got corrupted during the gym leader fight, and you're only gonna get to see some still pictures. But before facing Gardenia, I did also make sure to evolve my Zubat, or my Echo, which is allowed, as it evolves just at the level cap at level 22. And now we have a Golbat. Cool. Now, this is unfortunately the only thing you're gonna see from this battle, as I said before. But after beating Gardenia, I realize I need a Pokemon that can learn Cut. And luckily, Baneri, who ends up being my encounter, can do just that. Now this is actually quite unfortunate, as I was pretty sure that Psyduck could learn Cut, but unfortunately not, so I had plans to pick up a different encounter by this point, but yeah, Baneri will have to do. Now, Baneri is also, unfortunately, another friendship evolution, but she's gonna have to wait to get the Soothe Bell, as that'll be Golbat now for the time being. As I name her Miss Hops. And now Miss Hops can immediately help us use Cut, so that we can get into the Galactic building, so that we can challenge the second Team Galactic admin, Jupiter. And Jupiter also starts off by sending out her Zubat, just like Mars did, which Miss Hops should hopefully be able to handle by herself. And she does. Great. Now she is gonna send out her Skuntank, which is also very scary. But with a duo of Ducky and Echo, we should hopefully be able to handle it. Or not. Damn. Well, we still have Echo. And yeah, hopefully he can handle it. Now I am gonna have to pray for some confusion luck, as I'm pretty sure a one-on-one battle with a Golbat and a Skuntank is not gonna end in my favor. But with the help of some confusion luck, we do beat Jupiter. Nice. But of course, unfortunately, we did lose a Pokemon, our beloved starter, Ducky. So yeah, bye-bye Ducky. We'll miss you. But now it's time for us to move on ahead, as there is still plenty of adventure for us to have. But first, we're gonna pick up the Earthquake TM. And yeah, this is the place where I wanted to pick up my next encounter. But yeah, well, we're fine with Baneri. And yeah, just to pour some salt in the wounds. There it is. And now we're gonna meet up with Cyrus, the Team Galactic leader, for the first time. Me and him are gonna have some tough battles ahead. It's time for us to get ready to fight the third gym leader. Now, as you can see, my recording got a little messed up again. But once again, before this gym, we can evolve Echo into a Crobat. Which is gonna be very needed, as our other Pokemon, Baneri, or Mrs. Hops, yeah, well, she's not gonna do very much in this fight. But now we're ready to face Fantina. She's gonna start out by sending out her Duskull, which Echo should be able to handle quite easily with a couple of bites. And now she's gonna send out her Ace, Mismagius, immediately, which a couple of bites should hopefully be able to do it in as well. Now, of course, we're gonna have to fight through some confusion as well, because why have an easy fight? But, luckily for us, Echo is not gonna hit himself in confusion, and we're gonna take Mismagius out. And now it's just her third and final Pokemon, Haunter. Now, at this point, I for some reason got worried that Echo might not have enough HP to take the Haunter out. And so, well, as you can see, I sort of panicked. And yeah, Grass Knot is not gonna do much to this Haunter. But very soon I will get my act together, send Echo back in, and easily take the Haunter out. Yeah, after a quick heal. So yeah, now I bring Echo back in, and a couple of bites should do it quite easily. Yeah, or just one bite. And now I am immediately gonna go and pick up my next encounter, which, as you can see, is gonna be an Eevee. Eevee is always a great encounter to get, and at this point I hadn't really thought out who I wanted to evolve it into yet. I just felt it would be a good Pokemon to have at this point. I'm naming my Eevee Beef, and now we're ready to fight our rival Barry once again. He's gonna start out with Staravia, as I started with Echo. Now, Echo is obviously gonna have to carry the load for my team for a little while right now, as my other encounters are, well, at this point at least, pretty useless. But with Crobat's great speed and solid attack, it should hopefully be able to handle Barry's team all by itself. And yeah, as you can see, I'm basically just spamming a bunch of random moves just to see which one will do more damage. And now Barry's gonna send out his ace, his starter Pokemon, Prinplup. And this is kind of when I get the realization that I don't have anything that's good against Prinplup, and none of the encounters that I have planned out, that I want at least, isn't gonna be able to do much against Prinplup either. So this is when I get the idea, at least, of what this Beef can evolve into in the future. Because yeah, as you can see, I'm not having the best of times battling this Prinplup. And when you add the Steel type on top of it later as it evolves, it's gonna be even worse. But we do manage to take it out right there, and now he just has his Roselia left, which Echo should handle quite easily. And he does, and we beat Barry. Nice. So, after picking up the Thunderstone, I'm ready to evolve Beef. Now, the reason why I decided on Jolteon isn't just because of Barry's Empoleon, but also because of course, Crash or Wake is coming up, which is a Water-type gym, and I don't really have anything for it. Jolteon is also just a cool Pokemon, so yeah. And yeah, I also just want to include this little battle here. I got quite the scare here. I thought Togepi, easy takedown. Encore, no problem. I should be able to handle this little Togepi, no problem at all. But yeah, as you'll see, it's gonna give me quite the heart attack. Yeah, I know it did basically no damage at all, but seeing Sacred Fire there, just, yeah. But now it's time to take on the 4th gym leader, Maylene, and her fighting types. He's gonna start off by sending out Meditite, which should be easy for Echo. is then gonna send out her Machoke, which should also be no problem for Echo. As yet, 2 plucks takes it down easily. And now, it's just her ace, Lucario. A little scary, but I'm feeling confident in Echo. It's been great for me so far, so he's gonna continue being the MVP. As he takes down the Lucario, and we defeat Melee, the 4th gym leader. And now we're gonna help out Dawn real quick. He told us that these galactic members were causing trouble, or they stole her Pokegear, or something like that. I don't really remember, and I don't really care. But the reason why I decided to include this fight as well is Dawn's Clefairy. I had some bad times with it here. The amount of times that she's used Metronome, and it turned out to be Explosion or Self-Destruct, is insane. It has happened so many times to me. Now, luckily, it did not happen here, and Beef is safe. For now. Yeah, as you can see, this Galactic Grunt doesn't really pose much of a problem. But, yeah, that Clefairy got some PTSD from that. And now after defeating these grunts, we're also going to be able to get the ability to use Fly, which is great for just traversing the world, but also a good TM to get to Crobat. And also, quick little rant. I have heard a lot of people diss my guy Looker. They think he's useless and serve no purpose in this game. I think that's bullshit. I love Looker. He's one of my favorite characters in this game, and he also has a really cool Full Art Trainer card in the Pokemon TCG set that I got, and it's one of my favorite cards in my collection. Okay, now, rant over. And now, we're gonna get back into it and pick up our next encounter, which, using the old rod, I think you can guess who it is I'm going for. The Nuzlocke staple, Magikarp. Now, of course, Gyarados is just always gonna be an amazing encounter, always gonna be perfect for any team. And of course, after Ducky's demise, we're in need of another water type. And a little bit of a spoiler, you're gonna see later on in the run that Gyarados is gonna be quite the useful Pokemon on my team. I couldn't really think of a great name for it, so we're just gonna call it Boss. And I'm gonna evolve it immediately as well, because, yeah, well, why keep it a Magikarp when it can be an amazing water serpent? And yeah, pretty much immediately upon evolving, Gyarados is immediately my strongest Pokemon. And yeah, at this point my recording got corrupted again, but I am evolving my Mrs. Hops here into a Lopunny. And now we're ready to take on Treasure Wake, but before that, it's another rival battle against Barry. But this time, we also got a little bit more of a team. Now he's once again gonna start out with his Staravia, but this time we have a little bit more of a better counter for it. As we get Beef, the Jolteon, using Shockwave to easily take it out. Then he's gonna send out his Ponyta. But of course, now we also got Boss the Gyarados, which should be able to handle it quite easily as well. Just one Aqua Tail, and it's completely erased. And now it's his ace Prinplup once again. And now with the help of Dragon Rage, it's easy. Easy. And it's down. And now he just got his Roselia left, which I can take down easily again with just an Ice Fang. Or, okay. And we defeated Barry. And now it's time for Treasure Wake. Now, since I have Jolteon and also the help of Gyarados, I'm really not worried about this battle. This should be quite easy. Jolteon should obviously be able to one-shot this Gyarados quite easily. One Shockwave should do it. And it does. Now he'll send out this Quagsire, but I'm actually prepared for this, because if you remember, Mrs. Hops got Grass Knot. Unfortunately, not quite enough to take it out. But after just using an Awakening real quick, 2 Grass Knots should do it. And now, he's just got his ace left, his Colossal. I'll switch back to Boss, just to get the Intimidate in. And then some solid ship damage with Dragon Rage. Now we're gonna send Beef back in to tank a crunch. And Thunder. Easy win. That's Crash or Wake. And now we're back to Team Galactic causing trouble. Detonating a bomb in the Safari. And we'll be chasing this Grunt now real quick. Now we just have a battle real quick. And now that that's over, Cynthia should be coming right up. She'll be giving us the secret potion, or whatever it's called. So we can give it to the Psyducks, so that we can proceed through the game. But before we'll do that, we did just beat another gym, meaning we have an encounter coming up. And yep, this is really stupid. But just for fun, I decided to pick up an encounter in the Safari. But luckily for me, after 6 balls, Yanma still stayed and we was able to capture it. Now picking up one of my encounters in the Safari was never really part of my plan, but I kind of have a good idea of what encounters I want in the future, so I figured, hey, why not? Just for fun. Now we have Yanma, the Airjet, or Airjet Yanma, I guess. And yeah, I'm sorry, but once again, my video got corrupted. So the entire Byron fight is not here. But I did decide to pick up the Riolo egg as my encounter after that gym. And now we have Mr. Man, the Lucario. And now we're just gonna meet up with Rowan and Dawn. And yeah, well, Barry also, I guess. And they're just gonna tell us that Team Galactic is causing mischief on the different lakes around the Sinnoh region. So we're gonna have to go and take care of that. And just as before, these Team Galactic admins, or in this case the commander, are always hard battles, but we should hopefully be able to manage well. As Saturn starts off with his Golbat, which Beef, my Jolteon here, should be able to handle quite easily. And it does. 1 Thunder, and it's down. Now, it's onto his ace, Toxicroak. 1 Thunder. Yeah, decent damage. Another one should be able to take it out. Poison Jab. It's gonna do some damage, but I'm not worried. Well! Damn. Another one of my Pokemon lost to an untimely crit. Fantastic. Yeah, I know it's quite common knowledge to always play around the crit in Nuzlocke runs, but well, as you can see, I'm far from a pro. And now we just have to take out this last Pokemon, this Bronzong, which is really annoying, because I really don't have anything for it. The Bronzongs and Bronzors are gonna continue being the bane of my existence for this entire run. You'll see. But now, it's time for us to release Beef. Bye-bye, Beef. We'll miss you. And now, it's on to the second Galactic admin, Mars. He'll start off with her Golbat as well, and now, well, we don't have Beef, so Boss is our best option here. But an Ice Fang from a strong Gyarados should be just fine as well. Well, 2. But Golbat's out. And now it's this damned Bronzor again. Now this time at least, using Mr. Man here, I should hopefully be able to take it out fairly easy at least. And oh yeah, by the way, I didn't show it before, but it took me a good like 2 hours to get the friendship up on this Lucario. It was a real pain. But yeah, back to the fight with Mars's Ace Perugly, which should be easily taken out by an Aura Sphere from Mr. Man here. So yeah, the running back and forth for 2 hours was worth it. And now there's just one lake left, so let's head to the Snowy Lands and pick up this random ass HM. Let's get ready to fight the next gym. Oh my, what a fine Pokemon that was. But yeah, I'll be picking myself up one later as well. You'll see. We'll get it. My mascot will be on my team. But before we can do that, we need to take care of this gym leader. Whatever her name is, I don't remember at all. Why don't you tell me in the comments? Jog my memory, don't you? Yep, that's the Abomasnow down, and now it's just the ever so annoying Frostlass. So yeah, as you can see, I kinda don't really know which Pokemon I should put out here. I don't know which one I should have take out this Frostlass. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of a long and dragged out battle. I decided here that Boss is probably not gonna be able to do it, not with the evasion checks this Frostlass is going through. And so, I'm gonna try to stall out all of its blizzards using Miss Hops. She's, unfortunately for her, my most replaceable team member right now. So, he's gonna have to take a couple of blizzards to the face. And we are just gonna pray that this Frostlass doesn't crit. Because that's always a good idea in a Nuzlocke. But, luckily for us, this Frostlass does not crit, and Mrs. Hop get to live another day. And it's also at this point I realize this strategy isn't going very well, because she should still have one Blizzard left, as long as I counted right, which, well, I very well might not have. I'm not very good at math. But yeah, I think she should still have one left, but she's just continuously using Double Team, which is making things way worse than they were before. So I just give up on this strategy, and hope the rest of my team can just hit their moves and take this thing out. So yeah, back to Boss the Gyarados it is. He's gonna have to bail us out of another fight. If he can hit this monstrosity. After, what is it now? 4 double teams, plus the hail giving it evasion. But hey, Boss don't care. Boss hits them anyways. So now just a quick heal, and we'll see if Boss can take it out with one more. And he does. Evasive strategies, Boss don't care. Now, our next encounter. Gible. Yes, the promised encounter from earlier in the video. Finally here. Now, I do know that I promised that I would be picking up a Sneasel at this point, but yeah, well, if you look at my team, I would like to have a ground type for the electric gym coming up. And I just felt it fit better if my last encounter of this playthrough would end up being my beloved Weavile. So he's just gonna have to wait a little while longer. Now, whatever should I call you? Yeah, I think I've got an idea of what to call you now. King Shark, it is. Welcome to the team. And so now we're just gonna evolve him real quick, so that he's at least gonna be somewhat useful in the upcoming fights. And just like that, we got a Gabite. Now, Garchomp is gonna have to wait a little while longer. We still need to worry about the level caps and all. Now we're just gonna have to take care of the last of the Team Galactic members. And so we're heading down here to the underground just to pick up, first of all, this Clutch Bomb TM. Might be useful, might not, we'll have to see. But the key right here is what we need. We can head in here to the Galactic building. Now Cyrus is gonna have his big speech right here. This is also where you find out how old Cyrus actually is. I think it says he's like 27. Those are some rough 27 years. Really rough. But now it's time to take on this 27-year-old. And this battle shouldn't be that much of a problem. We're still gonna have to fight him one more time, and that battle is, well, a little harder. But yeah, his Sneasel goes down easily, and now it's just his Honchkrow, which Gyarados should be able to handle just fine. Just barely survives a crit. But yeah, Gyarados is faster, and he takes it out. Now it's just his Crobat left. Would be great to have a Jolteon right now. But alas, we don't. But we do have Thunderbolt on Mrs. Hops, but I decide to use Return instead. Because I think that's gonna do more damage, but just not quite enough. So, Mr. Man is gonna have to come in and help us out a little bit. But yeah, he also doesn't do a ton of damage, so it's a Crobat on Crobat fight. Whose Crobat is better? Well, mine is 1 level higher and faster. Or I guess it's not faster, sorry. But it is stronger, and I win. And that is Cyrus taken care of, at least for now. It'll also give us the Master Ball, which, well, we're not really gonna need, but thanks anyways. And now, we're just gonna have to pick up the most important item in this entire run. There we go. See, I knew where it was this entire time. And now, it's time to take on the admin Saturn again. He'll start off with his Golbat, as I start off with my boss. As he's, once again, pretty much my only counter to flying types right now. But I'll take out the Golbat real easy. It's this Bronzor again. Boss is not gonna hit himself in confusion. Come on. Boss is better than that. Now it's just his Toxicroak. The Pokemon that killed Beef earlier. Still pretty salty about that. So King Shark. Revenge time. Nom nom. Nice. Saturn taken care of. And now let's release the Lake Guardians. And now we're at Spear Pillar, getting real close to the final meeting with Cyrus. But first off, we need to fight Mars and Jupiter alongside Barry. And they start off with these damned Bronzors. Now, Bronzor and Bronzong is probably my least favorite Pokemon. Or that entire line, I despise it. They're just annoying to fight, and they just don't look good. Boring designs, boring Pokemon, don't like them. Let's take them out quick, and also Barry's Munchlax, because it's pretty much always useless. Yep, and just as I said before, these Bronzors are just such annoying Pokemon. Setting up reflects, light screens, confusing me. At least they do barely any damage to me. And Surf can damage both of them at once, so that's at least something. But still, I do not like these Pokemon. Not at all. But we've got one of them down, and one almost down. As Jupiter sends out her Skunk Tank as well. And the Munchlax goes down. So nice, I can actually get some help in this fight from Barry. Or maybe not. Of course. And yeah, having both Perugly and Skunk Tank out on the field at the same time is kinda scary, but my Pokemon are quite strong at this point as well, so I'm not that worried. But there is no way I'm risking Boss as well to a crit, so we're switching. Messasops, you're out. And once again, it looks like Barry's will be no help at all. Or maybe he will. Somehow, his Heracross survives and takes out the Perugly. That's great. It's not like he will be doing much more in this fight though, but he did something. Proud of you, Barry. You actually did something. And now Miss Hops get the kill on Skunk Tank. So now it's just gonna be the two Golbats left. We're gonna switch real quick to someone a little bit more qualified. As Barry takes out another Pokemon. Wow, Barry. We're actually doing stuff. And then you go and use Will-O-Wisp. Should have known. But then I miss, I guess I'm not doing great either. But that's it. The Team Galactic admins has been taken out. Now, it's time for us to head into the Distortion World. But before that, I think it's time for King Shark to finally become the King Shark. And now, with Garchomp at our side, we feel a little bit better about this fight, but this can still be a tough one. So he starts out with Houndoom, and I got Boss. I pretty much just get Boss out there to get the Intimidate check off. The King Shark can handle it just fine. Now this is gonna bait out his Weavile. Beautiful Pokemon, isn't it? But unfortunately for Weavile, fighting is not something it can handle. That's an easy takedown for Mr. Man. And now it's Cyrus's Gyarados. So I'm gonna set out my own boss to intimidate it real quick. I'm not really gonna be able to do much damage, but I'm doing some ship damage before we'll switch to Mrs. Hops. Because Mrs. Hops, as you remember, has Thunderbolt. That should do a lot of damage. Or maybe not. Yep, different strategy. Or not. She could handle it just fine. And now it's Honchkrow, but we're gonna have to switch again. Back to boss, our MVP of the run. Who mostly is get in there to get an Intimidate check off, because now I am once again afraid that he's gonna die to a crit. So, Air Jet, just pull down the fort for a little while. Yeah, at this point I just realized it's best to just sacrifice the Air Jet. I can't keep on switching, because I don't know if anyone else is gonna survive, so... Air Jet, you did literally nothing for me, but sad to see you go, anyways. So yeah, we're just gonna send out Boss real quick, once again to get another Intimidate drop off. And then I feel comfortable getting King Shark in there. Which should hopefully be able to handle this Honchkrow. And he does, quite easily. Now it's just the Crobat left. And King Shark, the super strong beast that he is gonna have to take down this one as well. And hopefully he won't hit himself in confusion. Of course, my luck. But it does come through and take it out. And we beat Cyrus for the final time. And now, it's time for us to face the ruler of the Distortion world. The legendary Pokémon, Giratina. This will be an epic fight. Are all my Pokémon gonna survive? Or am I doomed? Now let's see. Can I take this Giratina out? And yeah, screw fighting that thing. I'm not losing another Pokémon. Not when I'm this close to completing the run. We're just gonna capture it in a Master Ball real quick. Then we're gonna put it in a box. And forget about it forever. Alongside Airjet. Bye-bye Airjet. You know what? We might as well release Giratina again. I don't really care. We're never gonna use it. And now, it's time for us to head to the last gym. But first we're gonna have to speak with Flint here real quick, who tells us to go and get the gym leader here, Volkner. Tell him to do his job. We're ready for a battle. But yeah, with King Shark at my side, I'm not worried, not in the slightest. He should be able to sweep through all of his Pokemon without any problem whatsoever. And with the first one down, he does just that. Now Luxray should go down in one Earthquake, just as easy. And he does. Electivire, his ace, should also be done in by an Earthquake. And it is. And now it's just his Raichu left, which, same as all the other ones, one Earthquake, gone. Yep, easiest gym battle of the entire game probably. And now finally, it's time for us to pick up our Sneasel. Yep, I can't say I'm too pleased with this encounter. I was very much hoping for my favorite Pokemon to appear here. But hey, look guys, oh my god, it's a Sneasel, it appeared anyways. Wow, I can't believe it, so lucky am I, huh? I get to catch my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, no, we're not gonna have that fun this run, are we? Nope. Back to reality. Snorunt it is. And you know what? At least it's a female. We can evolve it into a Frostlass. That's something at least. It's something. It's not a Weavile. It's fine. It's fine, I guess. So you know what? I'm just gonna name you Side. Just my Side B. My Side Ice type. You're not the one I want. You're gonna have to do. Yeah, after picking up a Dawnstone, we can immediately evolve it into a Frostlass. As I said before, at least it's a fairly strong Pokemon. I can use this. But yeah, not the one I wanted. But yeah, now we have no encounters left, so it's time to battle Barry for the final time. And Side is gonna have to start this fight off. You're gonna have to do something useful for me, if I'm gonna like you even in the slightest. Now Barry sends out his Rapidash. So, MVP boss, back at it again. One waterfall, easy takedown, no problem. Now it's just his Heracross, which Echo should be able to handle. And yep, I did definitely forget that Heracross had Rock Slide. Then of course I miss my Fly, but I decide to flip the coin once again and go for the Fly, but this time it hits. Now it's Barry's Snorlax. This is quite a tough one to take out, so I'm just gonna lower its attack a little bit with Boss, and then Mr. Man, you're up. Or King Shark, I guess. Mr. Man would have been the better one, but I'm scared of Snorlax because it has Earthquake, and I'm worried that Mr. Man, even with one attack drop, isn't gonna be able to handle that very well. But Mr. Man is up right now, and of course he gets paralyzed as well. Now he's gonna have to take an Earthquake to the face. But he survives, and he hits through paralysis, and one Aura Sphere does him in. Now it's his Empoleon. And so, Boss, back in, lower its attack. I don't even know if it has any physical attacks, but just in case. Now Mrs. Hop is in, using a jump kick, doing solid damage. Almost gets taken out by the Empoleon, but another jump kick takes out the Empoleon. Now it's just a Roserade left, which I should fairly easily be able to take out using my Side here. And that's Barry's team. Now it's just time for the Elite Four. So let's go through the team real quick. We got Side, the Frostlass. Mrs. Hops, the Lopunny. We get Mr. Man, the Lucario. Echo, the Crobat. Boss, the MVP, Gyarados. And King Shark, the Garchomp. Now, we're ready for the Elite Four. And first up is Aaron with his bug types, which shouldn't be much of a problem. I gave Mr. Man Rock Slide just before heading into the Elite Four as well. And then Heracross, we know very well. that Echo should be able to handle this one quite easily. And he does. And it's Drapion, the one scary Pokemon right here. I would like to send out Garchomp here to use Earthquake, but yeah, as you can see, he has Ice Fang, so no thank you. So, it's gonna have to be a combination between a lot of Pokemon, but this time I feel safe taking out King Shark, and one Earthquake takes it out. Now he's just got his Scizor here. Now I do have Flamethrower on Boss. It's not quite enough. And yep, that was very close. Let's not lose Boss, our strongest member of the team. So King Shark, you're gonna have to handle this one yourself. And one crit does it. Great. Now he's just got his Vespiquen, so it's back out to Mr. Mam for an easy rock slide. Should one-shot it quite easily. And it does. And that's Aaron. Now, it's time to battle Bertha and her ground types. She'll start off with Whiscash, but I have Giga Drain on my Echo. Now, it's not going to be quite enough, but it's going to do quite a lot of damage. One Sand Headbutt did a decent chunk, but another Giga Drain should do it in quite easily. And now she's going to send out her Golem. Now, I'm not sure how much a Giga Drain would have done here, but if it doesn't take it out, Echo is screwed, so no thank you. So it's Mr. Man's turn to just take that, and we can get a free switch into Boss. We'll easily take it out with one Waterfall. And now she sends out her Ace, her Rhyperior. This is a scary Pokemon, to say the least. But now I know we're baiting a Ground-type move, so we can send in Boss and get that Intimidate check off. Now we're gonna try to set up the Dragon Dancer too. And then a Waterfall should be just enough. Now it's Side out on the Gliscor, who is of course 4 times weak to ice, so I'll easily take it. Now she's just got her Hippowdon left. And King Shark is gonna have to get in here to deal some chip damage. And of course, she's using sleep strategies here, which is very annoying. It's gonna drag out this fight quite a lot more. We'll send in Boss. Get the Intimidate check off. Now we'll send in Miss Hops, who has Grass Knot, and I hope it would do a decent amount of damage, but well, as you can see, Miss Hops doesn't really get the best defenses in the world, so yeah, we're switching again. Back out to King Shark, who I know can handle all these attacks fine. Except there he was very much in danger to a critical hit. But yeah, I am allowed to heal in battle. We established that in the rules earlier. And with a couple of Dragon Claws, you should be able to take it out. But again, of course, he's using these yawns, which is so annoying. So I fall asleep once again. But this time I feel comfortable switching out to Side. We should hopefully be able to take an Earthquake, and it does. And one Ice Beam should easily take it out now. And that's Bertha. And now we're on to the third and penultimate Elite Four member, Flint, who uses Fire types. And yeah, Boss, my MVP, should easily be able to take these out, especially since I'm pretty sure I'll be able to set up a couple of Dragon Dances here, and then Boss will be basically unstoppable, even more than it was before. So we're just gonna do a quick heal real quick. And then it's time to sweep Flint's entire team. Houndoom, down. Infernape, not a chance. Down. Magmortar, cool Pokemon. Nothing Boss can't handle though. Flareon, no problem. And Rapidash, Boss is taking out so many of these already. No problem. And Flint is down. And now it's just Lucian left with his Psychic types. Now, he can be quite scary if you don't have any counters for his team. I don't have a great counter for him, but should hopefully be able to take him out quick easily. Now, Gallade is the scary one that I was talking about, so I'm gonna switch out to Side to bait the fighting move. And now I have no idea what I'm going to do as I question what I just did and whether or not it helped me at all. We're gonna send out King Shark, who can handle a Stone Edge fine, even if it crits. And now we'll send out Boss to lower its attack. And now it's back to King Shark to tank another Stone Edge. And it's back to Boss to lower its attack. And we're back to King Shark to tank another Stone Edge. And back to Boss to lower its attack once again. Yeah, this is pretty much my strategy. It's just lower its attack as much as possible and pray that he's not gonna crit. And then I should be able to handle the Gallade fairly easily. Hopefully. But he does get the crit, but King Shark survives just barely. And now Side can come in and use a Shadow Ball. Doesn't quite do as much damage as I wanted it to. But I'm gonna set up the Hail in the hopes of my ability to start helping me, as it ups my evasiveness. But yeah, as you can see, Gallade does not care, and he is not missing, but we managed to take it out still. Now, it's this damn Bronzong. As I said before, I despise this Pokemon. And this is not really gonna help its case. As it crits and takes out Side my Frostlass. Of course. Why not? Yes. But we have handled these Pokemon before, and we can handle them again. Now, unfortunately, Side was my main counter for Cynthia's Garchomp coming up. So, yeah, now that, hopefully, it's not gonna cause any major problems, but I guess we'll see. Boss, you're out again. Just gonna heal you real quick, and then please just bring this win home. Like you've done so many times before. But instead, Miss Hops is gonna have to tank some attacks so that we can safely heal and then send out King Shark. And another Dragon Claw. Not quite. Another near kill there on King Shark, but we do take the Bronzewing out. Now Lucian just got his Espeon out. Now, I'm pretty sure King Shark is faster here, and can definitely take out this Espeon in one hit, but I decided to heal just in case. And yeah, I'm pretty lucky that I did. Another crunch right there, takes out the Espeon, and now it's just his Alakazam. And I decide to heal once again, in the hopes that King Shark can at least tank one move. And then one crunch should easily take the Alakazam out. And it does. And that's Lucian. Now it's time for the champion, Cynthia. Now in this battle, I'm using a strategy that I've never tried before against Cynthia, but yeah, as you'll see, it was pretty useful. And the strategy is, boss, bring us home. Just use as many dragon dances as possible and then just sweep the team. Spiritomb out. Togekiss. Almost, but I get the lucky freeze, which gives me the opportunity to use another Dragon Dance, and then now, and one Ice Fang should easily take it out. Now it's our Lucario. I'm kinda stumped right here, I'm not sure quite what to use. I did decide to use Flamethrower, which might have been stupid, because of course I've upped my attack, not my special attack. But it's fine, we take it out still, unpunished. Now it's our Garchomp left, and I know at this point that one Ice Fang should easily take it out. Now it's our Milotic, which is scary at this point, but I figured it shouldn't have anything really for boss to be worried about. So I use one more Dragon Dance, and then a Waterfall does a ton of damage, so now I know I can easily take it out with just 2. Or 1, if I get a crit. Now it's just a Roserade left, and one Ice Fang easily takes it out. And that's Cynthia. Now that is by far the easiest Cynthia fight I have ever had in this game. I'm quite surprised that I didn't get crit or taken out by anyone while doing this strategy with the boss, but hey, if it works, it works. And it did. And now it's just time for us to register our Pokemon in the Hall of Fame. And then this challenge is over and completed. Now this was a fun run. I hope you guys all enjoyed. As I said before, this is a Nuzlocke run that I came up with myself. Or at least, I think I did. I've never seen anyone else do this. So, if you like this type of challenge, please let me know in the comments below, and please tell me which game you'd like to see me attempt the next time. Now let's just look at our beautiful team here enter the Hall of Fame. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to subscribe and like the video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.